small water main break up here. Not too bad.
Alley number. No alley number.
She said there used to be a building there. She's talking about that building. This building that they're tearing down over here. Looks like it's coming right out of the gate. Well, maybe it's not though, because he's coming up from multiple locations. Maybe it's just close to the gate. Hang around for a little bit. If you're going to cross the street, your feet are going to get wet for sure. It's enough water to get your feet wet. Looks like they were digging on this area before. So you can see freshly laid asphalt right there. So it tells you somebody was doing recent construction in that area, very recently, because the asphalt is still not disturbed. So it's, I would say within a couple of weeks at least. It is a lot of water too. Because that water is going out to Brookline Ave. Not a lot, but if you're on Brookline Ave, you can see it kind of cascading up the Brooklyn Ave. Water and sewer just arrived on scene. Her feet are getting wet. That's
Should I do it?
You're already wet, so it's like it's up to you. She's like, should I do it? She already got her feet in there. Usually they say walk in your heels. I don't know if that works or not, but I'm not gonna try to find out. Yeah, she made it across. I don't know. Just be careful. That's all I say. Just be careful. A lot of people trying to get home and go to work, and it's you can drop a wooden plank across, and they can probably cross that way. The 2x4 right there, if they want to balance on the 2x4. That might be a hazard. Some people can't balance, so they might hurt themselves. Water's not, well, I can't say it's not deep. It's about 3 inches, so that's deep enough. There you go. That's the way of getting through there.
Yeah, Saj. Get him down there.
Everybody's trying to cross the water. I don't know, is there any safe spot to cross? She's tying up her shoelaces to make sure she doesn't trip. She's gonna go that way. That's a more challenging way. He said a sinkhole. It's not a sinkhole, but it could be. Second water and silver trucks on scene. I gotta locate those gates. It takes a little while to figure out where they are, but they find them all the time. Hopefully the gate's not in the construction site, because sometimes there's a gate inside the construction site and they gotta get in there. The water is kind of on the heavy side. You know, it's a good amount of water. Like, your feet will get wet. I don't know if there's any like low point. There's really no low point. All the water is the same height. There is no low point. I mean, at any point you're gonna get your feet wet. So the water's the same height. Yeah, there's no real low point. No, it's not. So whether you get your feet wet up here or down there, it's going to get wet no matter what. Even it's just more of a body of water to cross over here. I think it's less water to cross in this area here. The fire department's going to clear out, turn it over to water and sewer. I think all the height, all the water's the same height. So I don't.
People been going around it?
I don't know if they can go around it. You can try, but I don't know if there is a way to go around it.
Excuse me? How could I just walk through this?
You want to go up to the 5 building, go over or under. You go the basement, or you go to the third floor over.
Or you got to go in the basement or go on the third floor over. So he's saying you can go in this little catwalk here and cross this way, or go into the basement underneath. As far as like walking directly across it.
You probably could make it.
Out the fountain.
You could probably make it.
Looks like he's turning it. I don't know how those gates work. I don't know if that's a backwards Fred gate or not. Look like he's.
Hi, Jacob. Good morning.
I don't know if that's opening or closing it. I don't know.
Chester Street, Brighton, Europe, 5124 Brighton Avenue, Chester Street, 702. Attention engine 41 and ladder 14, responding to Waterloo, 65 Chester Street. Or Brighton Avenue, Chester Street, the water leak, 65 Chester Street, engine 41.
41 has it.
Ladder 14. 703. 703.
That's gonna be a an all-day event for them on a. Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day.
Beautiful shit show. Just here a couple days ago.
I know they're digging up this ground earlier, right? Because it looked like I see asphalt that was torn up right there in the middle.
Oh yeah, it's bullshit. It looks horrifying, and it's getting worse.
Wow. But
I just love the fact that this is the same fucking main break.
It might be. I don't know. But I can see they were digging like right in that spot, like right there.
Oh yeah.
So that might contribute to that, like weaken the pipe by moving the soil.
Yeah, it's. I mean, honestly, I'll take this over a sinkhole any day.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it looked like it was about to collapse. I'm like, you know what? I'll take this and have them redo it.
You're gonna have
Over
to-
me walking across the street and then falling 30 feet.
Right, you don't want that.
No, 30 feet I can't. I mean, if it was 5 feet, I could just go to the ED and pretend that I'm hurt for like a week and a half.
There you go. Yeah. But 30 feet, you might not. Yeah.
No, my debt's not that bad. All right, bud.
I take it, man. So I guess they had according to him, they had a water main break-in not too long ago. That might be why that asphalt is disturbed right there.
Looking for a map, 706.
Might be the same pipe, just different location. It's in the construction site. They moved that. I don't think they know that, but that used to be a road on the other side. So it's in the construction site. It's probably like.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
Well, it might be just. It could be just beyond it. I think it's in the construction site, though. To be honest with you, I could be wrong. Well, they're saying you can either go in that building there, take an elevator up to the level, or down one. That's what they're saying. I recommended. They're trying to find a locator. I guess they got water going into their basement too. I'm not too sure if that's true. He's trying to find that pipe now. I think it's in the construction site though. Because there used to be like a little turnaround up there.
If you want to check the bridge, hold on, don't come here. Check the bridge,
Nope.
and then you cross. You get down here.
I'm gonna miss my thing. Can I just go ahead?
Maddie, go down there. There's a part where you can get over. It's like,
I'm not going back inside. I'd rather get
Okay, first.
I was able to step over down there.
Like where they standing right there.
I gotta get to
Where you come?
Not yet. I have to look it up. I'll let you know. Gotcha. All right, cool. All right, yep. So I guess we'll hang around till they find the gates and shut it down. But meanwhile, they're gonna be losing a lot of water. I guess that's Brooklyn Ave over there. I got water coming up to Brooklyn Ave. Well, this guy just ran across. You know, he had no fear, huh? No fear, just water. This, like I said, there is no low point. I think the shortest point is right where we are here. He did the same thing. He's walking his heels. Everybody's gonna, like, if you have no patience, you're gonna get across it no matter what. Either your feet get wet or they don't get wet. You gotta get a wood plank so they can cross the water, man. A lot of people met with for early morning coming to work, and they met with this. It usually takes a while to find all the gates, so it's not something that's gonna happen instantaneously. I never seen them ever shut off a main like under 5 or 10 minutes. It just doesn't happen. It's not really feasible. Finding the gates and the right gates and bypassing them and all that stuff. It's always a challenge. You're gonna rope it off so they can't try to cross over the water. They still try to find a way to do it. Oh, excuse me. Oops, sorry. You're still gonna find a knucklehead that's gonna try to go through there. It never fails. At least one or two will try it. I think well, depending on how many gates feed that line though too. It must be like a third gate or a fourth gate somewhere. They might have to get the next one upstream from that one. And I think it's going to rain too, so there'll be just a little more water added to the equation. Gonna put some more tape. I mean, you can't block the whole entire street because that street it goes all the way down. So maybe you're just gonna block it in the focus area, like maybe like cross in front of that truck and cross that way. But then you got all over there that people can walk in too. So it's you probably just rope it off in the focus area from there to there. You can look at that. He's gonna cross it. See, even though the tape's up, he don't care. something to watch there early in the morning. You know,
Yeah, I mean, the construction has been boring, so we needed something
Something
boring.
different,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Spicing it up.
icing it. I like that one. She says construction been boring, so now you got like, something to icing it up. I guess yeah, watching this demo all day, that could be kind of. That could be. Everybody's doing like FaceTime, and I don't know what they do with their. I don't know. Some may be on TikTok, some may be on like FaceTime, some may be on like Instagram. So it all ends up on different platforms, but it's content. You know what I mean? Somebody put it on Citizens app, you know, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. There's a whole lot of different platforms that people utilize. I guess this is different compared to watching the construction all day. Like, after a while, you get kind of bored watching, you know, them tear down a building and rip down concrete. I don't know. He climbed over the fence. I told you it's in the gate. Look at that. He's climbing over the fence now. They can get a key for that. Like, the key for that should be in that gate right there.
Oh, yeah.
It should be in there.
The only thing is starting to get closer to the yard doors.
That key for the gate should be in that box right there. It should be in that box. Like I said, the key for that gate should be in that box right there.
Which one?
That box right there. Hold on, let me. I just have to open the lock box. Yeah, my man, make it a lot easier for you. So that way they don't have to climb the fence. No problem, my man. Yeah, once you close it, it'll lock shut. Once you put it back in there, it should slam shut. This is not a major water main break, but it's quite a bit of water. It is like right in the middle where people commute back and forth to work. Like, you get visitors and patients and employees. I guess they come out of the parking lot and they got to cross over that way to get there. So they're going to try to work on that gate there and see if that gate shuts it down. Because that is the second gate upstream from that one. So that may work, at least on that side anyway. Another guy just went under. He just went under the whole entire thing. He didn't even care. I mean, ropes. It's only to make people that pay attention, and ones that don't want to pay attention won't pay attention. So you can put as many signs saying "Do not cross," "Do not enter." And I've seen this over past experience. There are people that's going to obey it, and people that are not going to obey it. You could put so many obstacles. I remember the time I put cones and barricades up, preventing people from doing a certain thing, and they decide they want to do what they want to do. So it's like it's like locks and keys and stuff. It keeps the honest people honest and the crooks the crooks. So it's, if they're going to do it bad enough, they're going to do it regardless. I mean, there's no way around it. That's proven fact. I mean, you can't prevent somebody from doing something. If they want to do it bad enough, they're going to do it. They're going to find a way to do it. Like I said, it's not a major water main break, but it's a lot of water being coming out of there. I don't know how many gallons came out of there so far. And I don't know how you measure that either. More than 1,000 gallons for sure. Well, that amount of water there.
Area where they kind of built up a little.
I would say 100 gallons a minute is coming out of there at least. Because that's a good, yeah. About 100 gallons a minute is coming out of there. It's not a lot, but it's quite a, yeah. Because it's coming out of two areas. It's pouring out of here. That's a pretty good flow. Now if you get it coming out of there, which is a pretty good flow. At minimum 100 gallons a minute. Well, would that be accurate though? Hold on. That could be accurate, yeah. That's about 100 gallons a minute. 100 gallons is not a lot, but it goes quick. Like 50 gallons is your average hot water heater. Two of those, I mean, actually it might be more than 100 gallons a minute. Because 50 gallons is a hot water heater, or 40 gallons. It depends on which ones you're looking at. And it might be more than 100 gallons a minute, to be honest with you. Well, I'm going to low side, say 100 gallons a minute. It might be like 200 or 300 gallons a minute, but still a lot of water. And sometimes this happens because of the, well, we didn't have no freezing, expansion, and contraction, so I can't really say expansion and contraction because we didn't really have no freeze to thaw out. But we did have, well, it depends now too. Because down below it's a lot cooler than above. So there is a temperature. There is a temperature change on the ground. Not a lot, but it does change. So they're gonna try to, I think if they close that gate, it's gonna probably, it might reduce some of the they're closing that gate now. So that might reduce some of the flow over here if they shut that gate down. I can't tell. It looked like it might. Can't tell if the flow decreased at all. I think they're working on another gate at the other end down there on Brookline Ave.
get the map.
It's the only thing that's exciting in the city right now is a water main break. Nothing else like really major going on that I know of. There's always something going on, but this is just one of the more attractive scenes. I'm gonna try to see if we can get the other gate closed down there. I think once they close that third gate, that might have some effect to it. Because usually these things have like 3 or 4 different feeders that feed into it. So once they close at least 3, that you're gonna have some kind of change in flow. He's turning that gate now, so that we should see some reducing pressure shortly. The isolation is one part. The next part is like finding what size gate it is and getting the equipment in there. And it's fair to say they probably have to dig up this whole area because there's a big bulge. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right there, there's a pretty decent sized bulge in the ground. I'm pretty sure that was already there or that was created after the water main break. But it is a pretty big bulge. And assuming all that dirt came from somewhere, so underneath that is probably hollow. That's not Just be careful. Yeah, because you're going to get clothesline going through it anyway. You don't want that.
Look at your rig.
Oh, this?
Yeah. So what's the stabilizer? The tall part.
This is just a tripod. So
Yeah,
the stabilizer is actually in the phone itself.
So that must be a 17 Pro.
No, that's a S24.
Oh, okay, okay. Looks like a different brand.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's
And then you got your recording to the drive on your hand.
well, that's just the power.
Oh, okay.
It's recording to it inside here on the
Yeah.
SD card. But you could do it to a drive too if you wanted to. But
Uh-huh.
I'm just doing it that way to keep this so it stays
Yeah.
hour longer.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks this is a gimbal, but it's not a
That's what I
gimbal.
thought. Gimbal. That was the word I was trying to
I don't really need a gimbal. A gimbal will make the video more smoother, I
Yeah.
guess. But it comes out pretty smooth when I do it. So
That's very cool.
yeah. Instead of holding it this way, you hold it that way. It makes it a lot easier too. So
Nice.
I like it. You know, everybody has a different method, but
Yeah.
and this also extends up and down, so I can extend this out.
So you could get like a shot. from
Right,
real high.
real high up, so it goes up about 4 feet high.
Oh, that's excellent.
So it's pretty cool. And then this extends out. If I don't want to hold it, I could tripod it and let it
Yeah.
stand up straight.
Thank you.
Yep, no
I really appreciate your.
I know. I
your
like.
tour.
I know. I like to share people information. If I have information, I share with other people.
It's cool. All right. Take
No,
care.
no problem. Be safe. I mean, it wouldn't be like. You know what? I know people who are like that. Like they know something, but they don't want to tell you. It's not like you're not going to figure it out from somebody else. But I mean, why be stingy with the information? If you have knowledge and don't share it with other people, then what's the purpose of it? It doesn't help you at all. I mean, always share knowledge. Knowledge is power. Like I don't know how stable this thing is, but if I shake this up and down like this, let me see how the video comes up if I do that. I think it's just a even flow. This thing has like a built-in stabilizer, so that's why I was looking for it too. Is if it self-stabilizes. If you see my videos when I first started out, I had a cheap Windows phone. So the phone did not have a stabilizer, so whenever I walked, the whole thing shook up and down. And I noticed that, but I just did it that way because that's what I was doing at the time. Then I eventually got myself a Galaxy A32. No, I got an A11 first. But the A11 was one of my cheaper grade phones. Then I got an A32. So the A32 has a stabilizer in it too, which it does stabilize. And I still use it. It does stabilize. Matter of fact, I was using it from all my prior videos was the A32. So all my videos prior to me doing it in the last month or so was all done on the A32, which is a perfect stabilizer. Then I seen that the S26, mind me, she's behind me. I don't know what she's doing. She's videoing. They're all videoing. There's people behind me that are, so you can see what they're doing. They're all like behind me videoing. Everybody's got cameras and stuff. But back to what I was saying. So when I got the A32, I liked that one. It was nice and smooth, but I knew it wasn't the best one to get. So my daughter kept telling me, just upgrade, do an upgrade. You know me, I'm old-fashioned, keep the old stuff that I wanted. So finally my daughter said, Dad, we're gonna get you a phone for your birthday so you can upgrade. Okay. So thanks to Nikayla and her motivation, she got me to get the S24, which I'm using now. And it's a pretty good quality phone. It does what it's supposed to do. It has the same qualities as the S26, but it's just not the high budget price. And I don't think the 26 is anything different than the 24 that I can think of anyway. Maybe a larger capacity on the memory space, maybe. I'm not too sure what the memory space. I'll look it up, but when I looked at it, it didn't have that much different specs on it. I don't know if the camera zoom is much better either. It might be a little bit, but Samsung makes some pretty good quality phones anyway. So I've been using them for quite a while, so I like them. So like there is another gate. I think the gate that he's on is the one that's feeding to that right there. But they gotta find another one that's feeding. Oh, just dropped something off the back of it. That's all right. Pick it up later. That's all right. Oh, and the T wrenches just fell off the back. The gate. This might be one of those ones that take 8 hours to close. I'm not sure yet. I've seen some that take a long time to close because it's just finding the gate. But we'll hang around and see. That's right on it's like coming up right through the gate. It might just be before the gate, but wherever that break is, it's allowing that water to come through the gate. Has to be another. Well, they don't want. That's feeding from another location. Then they might have to find another. They might have to find another gate. If they can't get that one, you probably got to find another one. So far, I don't think any water is like impeding anything other than pedestrian traffic. A lot of these gates are old too, so that's the other problem. All right. Later. They're still working on this gate here. I think he got it on the head of the gate, but I don't know if it's turning or not. So we'll find out in a second if it actually turns. These things are always complicated because you got to find the ones that feed, and there's more than one. So it's like, even though you shut one or two off, you got another one feeding from another location. So then you got to shut that one off that feeding from another location. So you might find 3 or 4 that feed the same gate. So even though you can bypass it, it's harder to do because you got to isolate it and reroute the water to another location. want to check another gate, like more further upstream up that way. Everybody's been doing that all day, snapping pictures. I guess it's something to see though, right? Definitely something to see. A lot of water too. Take care. Everybody that came outside pretty much snapped up one or two pictures or a video or something. They should have technology where gates close automatically now. Once it senses a pressure drop or something, right? You think the technology would be so? I mean, they have the technology, and they're not utilizing it. That's what the problem is. The technology is there. You see, it should be automatic gate closures. Like
Well, maybe after this one they'll do that for us.
they're stuck in the old Stone Age. They're not going to do that. The money they spend money on others. The city of Boston rather spend money on like bike lanes and
That's right.
stuff like that. They don't care about water consumption.
Well, you know, it's good overtime for the people working the holiday.
Yeah, that's true too. But the infrastructure for the city of Boston is very old, very old, and they haven't never upgraded it. Like
Well, you know this burst on Saturday too, right?
I heard somebody told me the same thing. So it burst on Saturday, and they came back. It's probably the same pipe. It looked like it's the same pipe because they've been digging. You can see where they've been digging, like right there.
Yep. I'm just worried about this road caving in.
Well, see how it's buckled right there?
Yep.
They got to dig that out to level that out because that's a hump right there. It's probably hollow when all the water washed all the dirt out.
Yep.
So you definitely got to dig out a good area and pack it in real good.
No ambulance is going through here.
No, I don't think an ambulance is going to come through here today.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing though. If it burst Saturday, was 2 days ago, right?
Yep.
So it burst 2 days ago and then back to where that's not good.
That's why we think it might be something further up along the pipe.
Right. They might as well change the whole section then. If that's the case.
Excuse me, are you in this building?
Yeah.
Green burger down there, boy, get the coffee order.
Large top, 1 cream, 3 sugars.
Zoom in over there. Hey, bring some coffee for the boys.
He's chilling, man. He's just doing this thing.
That's a joke.
He can't hit nothing.
He had a hard day's work, man.
At least he's
But he actually was the first. No, he was the second on scene. I was gonna say he was the first on scene. He's doing a hard day's work. Look at him, man. He's doing all right.
must be a personal friend.
No, he's not a. I know. I seen him around though, but he does work though. They're saying I'm a personal friend because I'm telling you that you work hard. I seen him work, so he's not like lollygagging. He's telling me. Oh my goodness. You're looking good. You're looking good, my man. You're doing good. This job is not easy.
I gotta lose this, man.
Well, we all gotta lose that. But this job is not easy because sometimes those gates backfeed from all different places.
Yeah.
So you gotta find one gate, find the other one, then find the third gate, and then sometimes the fourth and fifth gate. So it's not an easy. People think you just go there and shut one gate and it's it. It's not that easy.
If it was, we'd be done by now.
Oh yeah, we'll be done. Yeah. And so they think it's backfeeding from the hospital because when you have a hospital, you have like two or three different feeders that come into the building. So it could be going into the hospital and feeding up from another side. So they might have to close one of those gates inside the hospital. Somebody's improvising by backing up the one-way street there on that side. guess they're gonna pick somebody up, or not sure what they're gonna do, but they're trying to back up. And now she's called the Francis Street River. What you call it? The Francis Street?
Pilgrim River.
Oh, Pilgrim River. Okay, the Pilgrim River. So according to two different people, they said that, and that makes my assumptions correct, that this road was dug up recently, and it definitely was. They said I guess there was a break like right there. They did fix it, but I guess it broke. So they should have the well, they should know what they did last time they shut the water off, right? Take this guy here. He's kind of inquisitive. He's a pretty good guy. This might be one of those things where it takes longer than expected to shut down because of the dynamics of it. So far I've been out here for about an hour. Let's see how far the water travels down while we're here. Like I said, it is quite a bit of water. See all the dirt. So all that dirt there got washed downstream from the water.
Thanks for the tips.
Take care, buddy. Let's see how far this water goes down. It would have ended here if that storm drain was, well, it's kind of too much water to go in that storm drain. If it was all pitched to the storm drain, it all probably would have ended like right there. But because it's not, let's see where the next storm drain is. See, all down here is like a wider area to cross. There might be some areas that are less wide as you get further down, but let's see. Another storm drain over there that's not even being touched, like barely being touched. I guess when you get down here, it's still a wider area though. I guess as you get towards the end, it does kind of narrow off a little bit. Even this is still a good area to cross, so. Maybe you probably can. I guess that's not a bad area to cross if you step your foot like that gentleman did. Step your foot right on that cone and the other foot steps across. That's probably a good area to cross right there. But it does kind of keep going down. And it's bypassing the second or the third storm drain as well. Even though there's a storm drain right there, it's still bypassing that. It's going so fast that it's not even it's just basically skipping over the whole entire thing. I imagine if they put something here, it'll make that water pool and drop in there. They put something heavy enough that the water would. So I guess you could definitely cross down here once it gets out to the riverway. is a good amount of water though. This is not your typical this shut off one valve type system. I mean, it'd be nice if it was designed that way, but I mean it's impossible to do that because then if you shut off one thing, everything else shuts down. Then how do you bypass it? What a day! So the ambulance could come in there, but they have to come in the opposite way, I guess, on this way here. Like, well, that's the way they do come in anyway. Well, some of them do. Some come the other way. This building has multiple catwalks, so you can pick and choose which one you want. Usually it's the closest one. Cause you see they got different catwalks up there. They got like at least 5. Maybe 6, but at least 5 that I can see anyway. So basically, you just go in the building, take the elevator up, like he said, to the 3rd floor, go down to the basement and cross over. If you want to do that, if not, you can just walk all the way down and around, or get your feet wet. Whatever you choose to do. Still working on that gate. That's how they said the guy with the keys to the thing is coming from Rhode Island. That's what it sounded like they said. I don't know if that's true or not.
need to check the patient for an ID before you walk out.
How you doing? I'm gonna ask her where she's gonna put her footage at. Now, what do you do with your footage? Put it on Snapchat or something?
No, I'm sending it to my coworker who worked here for like 40 years.
Uh-huh.
She just retired.
Oh, wow.
She likes to keep up with what's news, you know?
I hear you.
She loves it.
Take care. Hey, everybody sends it to different places, so it's interesting though, because you'll find like stuff like this. You'll find on different platforms. You see it. Like sometimes I'm scrolling through somebody's like Facebook and I see a video or something where I was there like years ago, and I'm like, oh, I remember that, you know. So you never know where you find it at, because it ends up everywhere. Like this video here, somebody will take snaps of my video and probably put it in a freaking news clip or something like that, or see it on Facebook or something like that too.
I keep forgetting. I know.
A lot of that water could be diverted to that storm drain right there. If they had like a long board with some weight on it, it'll push all that water off to the side. So, opened in 2023, that building, that I guess they're doing the demo now, but they expect the building to open in 2023. No, I'm saying it wrong, 2031. Why did I say 23? 23 is fast. 2031. Sometimes you gotta check yourself and you make sure you're saying the right stuff.
Grab that shovel, poke it.
I'm trying to find it, see if there's a gate there.
right? Huh? You know which one, right? Which one? The fire and the service. The feeds that come in each one. Yeah, Ford. They're both Ford, right?
He's telling there was a water main break, but they didn't have to go inside to shut it off. So
They didn't have to go in for the last break.
Huh?
They didn't have to go inside for the last break.
Sorry?
They didn't have to go inside. They didn't have to go out and break.
Which one did they take?
he don't know. He don't know the answer to that. He's asking are they backfed. If he knows that answer, he's a pretty good maintenance guy. Well, you could tell by looking at the gate. Well, sometimes you can tell by looking at the gate if it's backfed. Usually buildings like this are backfed because of the hospitals. Like a regular complex probably won't be backfed. Might be backfed from the street, but not from the main itself.
Unless that gate.
Here comes the vac truck. Vac truck is coming up. Got two trucks coming in. The service truck and the vac truck. Now, why don't you pull your car behind the truck? That doesn't make any sense. They got at least 4 gates closed, but they still have water feeding over here. So there's probably a gate somewhere else that they can't find. One of those tough ones. Either it's being backfed from the hospital, or there's another gate that could be in that construction zone that's feeding it. They should have a map on showing how it's fed, but it could be another area in that area over there that's feeding. Get 2 supervisors out here, so they try to figure it out. talking the one all the way down there. Oh, the one right there. I see what you're talking about. Inside the gate, further down. Yeah, National Grid coming up there too. I'm not sure if National Grid's coming for that or something different. Half of the stuff is inside the construction. Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Half of the stuff is inside the construction site, so a lot of this stuff is like inside of the construction site, which I don't think you're supposed to block off a hydrant. At least you're not supposed to block off a hydrant inside of the construction site. Because in the event you had a fire, the fire department needs access to it. And it takes valuable time for them to open up the knockbox and, you know, open up the lock and open up the gate and run over there and run the line. You're supposed to kind of like not block the fire hydrant, you know. Certain people are supposed to make sure that doesn't happen too. But if they're not paying attention, or not watching the construction sites, it happens more often than you realize. Hopefully what they're doing here, gonna try to release some of that pressure by opening up that fire hydrant and maybe diverting the water out the other way. We'll see. It is tough though, because you gotta know where the gates are. Some of these things are, some of the people that have been doing it for years, they know some of the gates like off the top of their head. A lot of them is tough. It's very tough. The water's coming out rusty too. Looks like it may be slowing down a little bit. National Grid on site. And they call them out as a precautionary measure because sometimes water does get into the gas lines. So that it does happen quite often.
Yo, Brandon, can you grab my iPad in the front seat?
We'll see what happens. They're still working on it. Yeah, something else is definitely feeding it for sure. There has to be a gate, another gate in that construction zone somewhere. Where it's at, like, who knows, but there has to be another gate. There's another gate up there where they are. Could be right on top of the thing too. And that'd be a no-no if they put the the Jersey barrier on top of the gate. That would be a definite no-no. He's got the map that tells you all the tells you where all the gates are, so I'm assuming they have all the gates. It's just getting them all shut down. That would be something if it was. I can't think there'd be that. They wouldn't do that. Put it on top of the gate. Then again, we never know. We can get a little sniffer out and see if we can find any gas escaping. Let's see what else they got going on up there. Oh, they did put it on top of a manhole, so I wouldn't doubt they put it on top of a gate too. Let's see. I guess this is how it's going to look when they're done. That's going to be the new look. Kind of more modern, more...
So I'm trying to get in here. This is what I'm trying to get. It shows the 4-inch and it's a 9x9 right? Can we get that over? A 9x9 on that side? Yeah.
It's just a saw. It's not really Did it take them that long to shut it off on Saturday?
What's up?
Did it take them that long to shut it off on Saturday?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? Wow. Something's going on. I don't know. Yeah, double check all your gates, make sure all your gates are closed. still working on about 2 hours. Another water and sewer truck just pulled up over there. Just pulled up on the side street. You can see the tail end of it, like right up in there. So I'm gonna bring the truck all the way in. Still got a decent flow coming out. Well, he's backing it up now. Still working on it. He seen he was here Saturday, so he said it's not that great. That guy went and got his boots. Just in case you gotta walk in there. Gotta show you the green boots that he got on there. There you go. They're still working on the gate upstream over there. See, that's gonna. So apparently they came out here 2 days ago. The same area.
Okay.
Look like same pipe. But just today they're having a harder time shutting it down. Not too sure what's going on. But sometimes those gates do fail too, so it's possible you could have a gate that's not closing properly. I know one thing that definitely rose up. That area there is definitely higher than the rest of the ground. I guess those were where the elevators used to be at, right there. I wonder if they took the motors out of there, or they, well, I wouldn't be able to tell right now if the motors are still up there. I think the motors are still there. Yep, they're right there. Those motors are very expensive, by the way. Very, very expensive. And the controllers. I mean, I don't know. They're probably gonna, I would hope they have someone come out and salvage those, but if not, then that's on them. But there's a lot of money being wasted if they're still good. They're still working on it. It's been about 2 hours, and they're still chipping away at it. They're going down to the next one downstream. So I guess they're gonna look for the next one downstream from that one. See what they see. That might be the one that shuts it off. going all the way down. The ambulance is coming up there.
Always fun, right?
Always fun.
But they can't get a shot. So hopefully they don't shut off anybody trying to make money.
We'll hang around for a little bit and see what happens.
much, your boots are wearing out.
They got the backhoe just arrived as well. Backhoe's up at the top. He checked the gate twice, so this gate, I guess this gate is closed. And if it's not closed, it's probably failing. But let's see what happens. Still have a large amount of water coming out of the water main. There's a lot of water though, for sure. It's been about 2 hours, working on 2.5 hours. At the 3-hour mark, we'll probably head up out of here. If it reaches 3 hours and they haven't got it shut off, well, I'll probably head up out of here. There is another gate that they're working on that's further, like upstream, all the way down there. As you can see, they still got a pretty decent flow. And the ambulance coming up there too. I don't know if you can fit through there. Can you fit through there? Just move the truck out the way. gotta go the other way. He's going the wrong way. They did make an announcement on the radio for EMS that this road was closed. So maybe he probably didn't hear it on the change of shift. I definitely heard it go across the EMS radio that Pilgrim Road is closed from Longwood. Starting to rain a little bit too. They still got the steady flow of water coming out. We brought them guys coffee in case they want coffee. That was nice of him. Every little bit helps. Always something. How you doing there? See if that shuts it down. It's hard to tell if it does look like it's slowing down, but it's kind of hard to tell. I'm from External Affairs, YouTube. So about 2 hours, the whole 2 hours to be on my YouTube channel. I didn't want to do 2 hours, but I probably stop at 3. I'm not going to do more than 3, I don't think.
It's only so exciting.
Exactly. After 3 hours. Well, some people do. You know what? I've seen people watch videos like this for like all day. So it all depends on the person. Because I know people that do watch the whole entire video. So it's you kind of pick and choose what you want to do. There's people that sit home and they just watch just like a movie, basically. So I don't know. Just like there's a guy I know, a couple of people, they watch I think it's CXS trains. I think it's CSX trains that go through all kind of areas, and there's a whole video of that, like trains just passing through river crossings. Then they got one that you can watch boats just driving and riding and riding. That was a big bubble right there. I don't know what that big bubble meant, but see now, like it's you can see it slowing down, then it picks up again. So that's kind of weird. Definitely look like it slowed down, minus the little bursts of bubbles every so often. So it looks like they closed 1, 2, 3. Looks like at least 4 gates are closed. They can't start any repairs unless they get the water off, so that's just slowing down the repair part of it.
What do you work for the hospital?
No, I have a YouTube channel, so I just put a lot of stuff on YouTube. They'll put you on there. No, you're not in a hot hat area though. You're outside of the hot hat area. You don't need a hot hat when you go in the construction area. A lot of people don't know that. You only need a hot hat area. Technically, only when there's construction going on, like, or if you're going to be underneath something that could potentially fall on you. I mean, you could put it on as a precautionary measure if you thought something was going to fall on top of you, but if there's nothing directly above you, I mean, it's like walking down the street. You don't need a hard hat because you're walking down the street. Now, even if you go in the construction zone, you're technically supposed to have the hat on, but you only need it on when you go like deep into the actual area. But you should be smart enough to know when you need it too, though. Like this area, like I got a hard hat, and I put it on only if I think I need it. Gotta suck out some more water out of that See, I don't know which way those gates go, because I know some gates are backwards, but I think if you turn it counterclockwise, you're actually closing it. So they're double checking all the gates to make sure they're working, or at least to make sure they're shut. That's like the third gate they double checked to make sure that it's actually shut. So they already double checked the one by the truck over here. Just did that one, and they did one up inside there, and they also are working on one further down over there. So all those gates are shut, so unless they're missing something. They might be missing a gate. The guy said Saturday they didn't have this problem, so something must have changed from Saturday to today. It just sat in the rain too. It's like a little rain coming down. That was kind of bubbling up over there. It wasn't bubbling up before. This is one of those, this has to be like a nightmare from hell. Just checked the other gate down there as well, so they're like, all the gates they checked are all closed, but somehow they still got water coming through.
Where?
A lot of water downstairs?
Did anyone check your restroom rooms?
He says it's a shit show downstairs, so I imagine the sub basement must be flooded. don't know. They got the full crew out and they're still trying to get the water shut off. theoretically, if you have a gate right there, if you shut that one, and that one, that should isolate it unless it's feeding from a fourth location. I mean, now if it's back feeding from like the building or something like that, then it won't shut down. But unless there's another lateral line that's connected to it, but they would know that though. They definitely would know that. This might be one of those 8-hour shutdowns. You never know.
Channel 7?
It might be on Channel 7. You never know. Like I said, it's been like 3 hours, some change. They're still working on the gates. They double checked all the gates. They're still at this gate down here. This could be the one that might do it. We're not sure, but they've been at all of them. So. And it's starting to rain out here, by the way, too. Which he does have a point though. Why is that? Why is that hydrant running if that's supposed to be shut off? So they tried all the gates. So the hydrant's off now. As you guys can see, the hydrant is off now, but the water's still coming out. So it has to be feeding from another location. It's kind of hard to see it, but there's a hydrant somewhere in there. Right, probably in there somewhere. But there was water coming. There we go. See the water coming back out of it again? It just shut off again. So if that hydrant is theoretically off, that means the line, allegedly the line feeding from this way should be off. But so that means this has to be feeding from another location then. So they're gonna go check those gates all the way down in there, where it's probably coming from. That's probably feeding from one of those gates. Because if they got that gate down there, they got the gate at the fire end down there. They got that gate shut. It has to be a gate somewhere inside that construction area where it's feeding all the way across. I mean, they're gonna be out here all night. Who knows? It's never an easy task. It's like this is never easy. Even with the blueprints and everything, it sounds like it's easy, but it's not. So the hydrants open up again. We done tried all measures so far. We checked the building.
We won't make it up.
Take the elevator up and go across. That's the FA building. The rain is starting to come down too. Alright guys, so far that the water still hasn't been shut off. Been out here about 3 hours. I'm gonna get ready to head up out of here. I'll probably come back later on to see how well they did. Kind of give you a recap before I head up out of here. Water's still streaming all the way down. This happened like around, I don't know, probably 6:30, I think so. Around 6:30. They got a call for a water main break. Pilgrim Road. It's been streaming down there quite some time. They did close several gates. They checked them a couple of times. They apparently still keep having flow of water coming through. So that's what they have so far. They closed that gate, or they checked it multiple times. They checked that gate. There's a gate in that corner that they did close and open to make sure it was working. That's one of the gates there. There's a couple of gates inside the fence. There's another gate further down over there. They tried all the gates that they can think of and still no luck. So we'll see what happens. We'll try to keep you guys posted. We'll catch you guys on the next one.